Today I had one of the biggest revelations in my golf swing since day one, starting from scratch, trying to become a scratch golfer. My Hall of Fame coach Dana Dalquist, who has coached Bryson Dechambeau and Victor Hovland, gives me simple feels and fixes around the backswing, my hips, and even wrist angles that lets me easily get into the perfect impact position. I am not going to lie to you, today's lesson was one of the wildest breakthrough moments in my entire golfing career.
Lovely.
So without wasting time as to, let's go.
Before, I mean, the last time the feel was kind of like this, like not even pronating at all, getting up here, and then getting it around and doing this.
Yeah.
So 3 things that I've kind of noticed when I've been practicing is like, and I don't know, you could tell me, but I do, maybe I'm over exaggerating it because I do feel I'm like coming in so crazy in.
Okay.
And then when I was at the course, like the 2 misses were like a massive push and then it'll draw a little bit. So it's like just going like that.
Okay.
And then one is like maybe I'm kind of, again, over exaggerating it. So it seems like I'm just getting it so closed, which maybe it's pulling it left. And then lastly is like, when I'm kind of set up like this, I feel like I kind of teeter when I do this movement, kind of like this. But again, I don't know if it's actually happening. It's kind of just like feels that I've kind of.
Okay. Yeah, let's see where we're at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm really like stoked about? You actually aimed really good. Like
Yeah, so
you were all worried about your pronation and hand path. I'm like, no, like you actually didn't aim 30 yards right. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, the last 3 days I've like trying to test like different ways to aim. So I've always kind of came in here and just like aimed here, close. So I just like come in super open.
Yeah.
And then I think you gave me that tip, like try to be parallel. So I just like get this parallel and then I like go like that.
So it was a scoring line. So I think that was on the golf course, right? I said like line the scoring and actually line the toe for you, scoring line, because that's where you want to put the ball.
So wait, scoring line is this, right?
Yeah, so like the gray part of your face, like right here. Okay, if this was clean, if this was clean.
I just hit the ball.
So ideally, like as we progress in the teaching, we would take a towel on a thing and every 2 shots, clean the club. This is Tommy Armour 101. Clean the club every 2 shots.
This is Miyagi.
Yeah. Just so, but this is your scoring line, so kind of play the ball close to that.
Yeah.
Because you like to play closer to the heel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that was a shank.
It's all right. Keep going. Tell you what, your backswing, your body stuff,
Is it okay?
way better. Way better.
I mean, when I texted you, I felt really good in the backswing with it the entire day.
Okay.
Because of that trigger.
Yeah. Before we get there, be committed to this shot.
Yeah.
Good. Well, we're consistent.
It's
all good. Yeah, let's take a look.
Yeah.
Because actually there's a lot of good stuff going on. Yeah, so see how you're like...
I was on the heel.
Yeah, so you set it up on the heel, and then you hit it off the heel. So that's not ideal.
Yeah.
But like I said, like your alignment looks a lot better other than this aspect here. Right, that's a little bit of a problem.
Yep.
So we're going to play it more out towards the toe. Okay, let's kind of just look at each piece here. We're going to put, we'll do left shoulder for this line, right hip, center of the body. Let's look at the takeaway. That is awesome. That's the first time I've seen you not get your hips lateral to the right too much. Yeah. So you're braking on that right side better and you're rotating better. Put a line on your head. We're going to come back to that. Let's look over here. Now your club is getting shut, but what's interesting is that your left wrist is pretty flat. So that means that the grip is just a little strong.
Yeah, so, but I feel like I'm only holding it like this, but the way I'm kind of doing it is I'm pushing it like this.
Okay.
I don't know if like that's what I was saying. Like I don't know if I'm over exaggerating this too much when I was trying to get it.
We'll take a look.
I end up going like this a lot, and then it gets closed, and then.
Yeah, I mean you could have a little bit more supination, but I mean we'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
One sample size, and that is pretty bowed there. But I like where your hands are. So like if you look at your hands, and I'm just being like blatant here, that's a pretty good position to be in. Club's slightly inside the ball. It's between your elbow and your shoulder on the lower side.
Yep.
So for a draw player, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling like when I was doing this. It felt so easy to bring it to the back up here, and it was going more up. And then and it was like shallow.
Okay.
But which was, I think, okay.
Well,
Anyways.
so far so good. So P3 is good. P4, you could be dropping more earlier, so you're still up right here.
Oh, I see.
So your head's still up. So you should be like
Going back down.
through your rotation. But where the position of your body on the caddy view looks pretty good, other than the fact that it's too up.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the hands are concerned,
Am I lifting too much instead of coming around?
well, I'm going to show you that. Yeah, so the right arm is above right there.
Yeah.
So this needs to be down more.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that.
I think you're afraid to be around, to be honest.
Yeah.
So that's why you do that. That's going to be a pickle for the transition. So it's hard for the arm to get back in enough when you do that. And then it is pretty shallow. Now the face is now open.
Yeah.
So what's kind of interesting is because you're so shut here, it doesn't really, it opens and it doesn't want to shut down with your rotation.
Yeah.
Whether that's something you actionably can do on the downswing, I'm going to say no. But that needs to be a little less looking of a backswing, and then you keep your shoulder down. Your upper body from here should not go more forward.
Okay.
It's a little bit forward there, but not bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, big progress though. I mean, the body thing going back.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look like this anymore,
Okay.
which is great. Okay, let's set up for a minute. We're gonna do the club face.
Yep.
We'll just put it on the other side a little bit.
Sure.
So take your address, okay, and things you can control is where that ball is on the face. So that's really good. Okay, so go ahead and do the takeaway. Hands go in, and then allow this to relax as you do that. So the elbow's down.
Oh, I see.
See that?
Yeah.
That changes that face.
Got it.
So if it's this way, right, now keep going back.
Gotcha.
Now the elbow's already down. See that? So it's more there.
Got it. And I've been kind of, okay.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah, let that just kind of whoop that way.
oh wait, so this is,
So just let the elbow just like this. Just let it rotate open.
oh, like this.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, so elbow more down. There you go. There you go.
That.
Yep.
And then
Okay.
is this too stronger now? We're good.
Nope, you're good. You're good. Okay, let's do a couple. So take your setup. We're gonna hit every mark here. So take your setup. Okay, right elbow under. That's setup.
Here.
Yep, that'll help. Okay, go ahead and go to 2. There it is. Keep turning. There you go. So that's your input. Okay, let's go and do that. Awesome. You need to see that.
Yeah. I
That
know
was
why I know
awesome.
I topped it, but
No, it was great. So functionally, if you're going to start working on this,
yeah.
if I set up and the trail elbow is more externally rotated, okay, now not my form, but just the shoulder, and I set up, it's easier for that to happen. See that?
Yep.
If it's here, it doesn't want to do that.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out like this from last time the pronation stuff. So I guess I'm still doing that, but now I'm just keeping it like,
Keeping it that way.
and I don't have to like do this.
No. Yeah, you're counter rotating your arms. You don't
Yeah.
need to do that.
So it's just gonna like.
Yeah. So it just folds. It just goes right there. So now when you watch this, so from P1 to 2, much better. You see how the face isn't as shut? It's a
Yeah.
little inside, but it's not shut anymore.
Yeah.
And then as you go back, right elbow down, see how the shaft doesn't pitch across. So this doesn't get so cross to the top. And this is more level,
Yep.
right? So that shoulder's still loaded,
Yep.
but the elbow's down. So that's more like where Fleetwood's at.
Okay. Yeah. I think I could do that again.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to. Yeah. I keep feeling like I get way too inside in here.
What do you mean?
Like how you said, I got maybe a little.
Well, just the club head, not the hands. The hands are perfect.
Oh, okay.
Those hands aren't too far in.
But then how does the club head not?
There was nothing wrong with that backswing.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Like if P2's a little in, I don't really care.
Got it.
Yeah, that's not like a career-ending situation.
Yeah.
Half the tour is there.
I see.
Half the tour is somewhere between here and here.
I'm just wondering how it's in there because
Well, there's a lot of different reasons.
Okay.
So there could be too much flexion in the wrist, could be not enough left bend.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like if we spend too much time here, you're not hitting the ball well.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Like when you're like a 0 handicap, we can start getting into that stuff.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Let's try to hit a ball.
That's like an internet argument.
Yeah.
That's like GollfWorks. Hey, GollfWorks.
So basically same thing and kind of just feel this.
Yeah, that was perfect at the top.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's pretty easy to replicate, hopefully.
That was awesome.
Just need to do that.
Did it.
Yeah.
So that's 2 in a row. Those are better.
Yeah, that feels pretty easy to replicate. Just this feeling.
Yeah. I'm going to have to give you a secondary input here in a second.
Yeah.
Okay, one more. Good job.
Let's do over.
Okay, you ready for the secondary input?
Yeah.
Okay.
And before we go into that secondary input, it would help the channel and a small creator like me greatly if you can quickly go down below, subscribe, and hit that like button. Just checked, if you do, Tiger Woods is gonna make an even bigger comeback at the Masters next year, so if you don't do it for me, do it for the GOAT. And definitely stay tuned until the end, because not only does Dana give me one of the biggest revelations in my swing, but I also included some behind the scenes content between me and Dana just for all of you. So with that, back to the show.
So, because your club face was shut going back
Prior or then right now?
prior.
Yeah.
The last 2 were good, even the last one there.
Okay.
It wants to go this way on the downswing. Okay, so it's shut to open, shut to open.
Yep.
When you first came here and you used to have like a motorcycle grip, it was, I mean, I can't even remember all the stuff that was going on, but there was stuff going
Insane.
on. You kept strengthening the grip to keep the face from getting open.
Yeah.
That's essentially what happened. So like, you need to learn how to pivot and shut the face down.
Yep.
And do it through the transition.
Okay. Featuring.
Either they agree or they don't. I don't know. Okay, so let's take your setup. Okay, this is just your feel, and this might be a little cumbersome.
Okay.
So do your backswing you've been working on. Got the same attachment, same face. Okay, go and do your backswing. Okay, so that's lovely. So now what I want you to learn to do, I want you to start, because you already landed left, start pushing your left hip back, straighten your left leg behind you, and turn this face down early.
Okay.
While you're keeping this all back. So look, what I don't want, and this is real important, okay? I do not want you to, depends on who I'm dealing with. So here's, bring up that GollfWorks thing, okay?
Yeah.
For you at home. So it depends on who I'm dealing with, okay? I had a guy in earlier who's older.
Yeah.
He has a different feel.
Yeah.
He also has a different pressure trace because he's not capable of moving lateral. So it's not apples to apples. Like, it just depends. You're a good mover, but we're developing some stuff. So for you, from the top, because you already landed into your lead side, this arm's staying back. Like, I'm gonna do that, okay? And as I'm doing that, that's gonna put torque through the shaft and the face. So you might need to feel like this is shutting down like that as this is pivoting open.
Okay.
Okay, so let's set up. We'll go through it. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna do that pretty slow but overdone with a perfect backswing, which you just did. Ready?
Yep. Go.
Yep, you're good. Wow. Okay.
It feels like a baseball swing.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds good to me.
Like I'm hitting him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't look.
I mean, you're swinging an object like a racket or a golf club or a baseball bat?
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Check how good this is. All right, so progressively changing the backswing. You don't realize like how stoked I am about your pivot. Your pivot's actually like,
Is it okay?
it's the biggest thing. Like, that was my worry.
Oh,
my
okay.
worry was because you literally were doing this for like a month and a half, where your hip would bump right, and then you can't get left because this is too far over here.
Yeah.
You're not doing that anymore. That's already better. That's already better. Look how good that looks. See how the shaft and the face? That's perfect.
Yeah, it feels like I'm just like holding a tray.
It's great. I like it. What style? Like Chicago, New York?
Chicago pizza.
Okay. Okay. So then through here, shoulder button the club to the ball. So now you land, you start to turn, and let's see if your wrist angle starts to flex, your left wrist. It does. Look at that. See how your hips are already open?
Yeah.
Now the shaft points outside the ball. Hips are opening.
Oh, dang.
Boom, there you go. Now we're trending.
That backswing is like, it makes it so easy to do this.
Yeah, it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely matters. But look here, flex down, right?
Yeah.
This is inside the hands. Left wrist is not extended anymore, which is where those right balls come from, right?
Yeah.
Now, as you do this, keep working the hips open and internally rotating the trail femur.
Okay.
So you're driving this hip that way.
Yeah.
As you're doing that.
Yeah. I would probably like kind of sometimes stay back on it.
Well, you had to.
Yeah.
But look how you're in the shot longer, and look how your exit. Look at that.
It's just like, yeah, that's good.
But now you can do that. You couldn't do that before because the face is wide open.
Yeah.
If you did that, you just hit it over there.
Awesome.
That's good.
Can you try it again?
Not rocket science. I could do this. I'm not that smart. That was cool.
Yeah, that was probably the best looking shot I've had so far. All right, let me try again.
All right, so that's turning down, staying back, and driving your right hip. So it's basically, did we ever talk about AP force?
No. What is that?
Okay, so like in the realm of, so I use gas plates, okay?
Yeah.
So they're all good, okay? So whether you're using swing catalyst or using gas plates, the terminology is a little bit different between the two because how they interpret the data.
Yeah.
And it's important. So the argument in my industry, which tends to have a lot of egos, I don't really care, but whatever. You know, if somebody has a better mousetrap, then fine, use that mousetrap. I don't care. But one of the situations that's really interesting is when we start looking at like torques, okay, and how forces are implying the torques. Why is that important? Well, how do I get to a position in a golf swing if I don't feel what I'm doing and I don't know the magnitude of that feel? One way to look at an AP force is AP means you got to anterior position your body and a posterior position your body.
Okay, got it.
So you're pushing from anterior to posterior, which will influence horizontal torque. Okay, so which is what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Whereas before, when you were going like up, and early extending, if you want to call it that, that's a form of vertical force or a frontal plane torque. So it's pushing the wheel this way. You want a nice mix of both. Okay, so as you're coming down and you're pushing open because your face is better, you're going to be able to clear and get more room of that left hip opening up, which will drive this hip more forward. Okay, so as you're doing this, toe heel this way, push back like this is driving straight earlier behind you, and drive the right hip towards the target. Okay, and do it pretty early. So if you look at like Tommy Fleetwood, who draws balls, his left foot or right foot is off the ground by hand's shoulder. Okay. Like he's already doing that. Same with Xander. They're going like that. So don't like keep your foot down, is what I'm saying.
Oh, here, okay.
I mean, you can do that. So there are guys that do that or train that, right or wrong, but that's not this pattern. Cool. Okay. Wow, very cool. Lost the backswing a little bit.
Yeah,
but that was pretty good.
I kind of like I was thinking about the lifting up too much that I was like, wait, I got to get back into the backswing. Let me
Can I show you that?
Yeah, let me recalibrate on the backswing.
Ooh, that's pretty good. So this is right after it kind of crossed a little. Yeah. And it elevated, but not bad. I mean, there's plenty of golfers that play there.
Yeah, we gotta get back to the other one. I need to get back to the field though.
Okay, you're a perfectionist, so it's okay.
I mean,
I'll take a picture of my sock closet so you can see that everything's lined up. Okay. Good. But watch how much better this is. See how your hips are already going? Yeah. Look at the shaft. Look at your left hip. Bye-bye. See? Yeah. Hips are cleared. Club's inside the hands. You're still in your tilts, and your hips are wide open. There you go.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm not even really thinking about my hips right now.
Well, that's why I said that a couple lessons ago. I don't really
every time.
I don't worry about your hips. It's more like how you push on the ground in your femurs.
Yeah, it's just like this new corrected backswing. The only way I could get to the ball is if I rotate, and everything's kind of just rotating along with it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to really explain it, but...
No, you nailed it.
Okay, so this backswing, that was...
Feet to the left more.
Yeah, okay, here.
Club on the toe more.
Here. And then here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Good
rushed
job.
that one. I rushed that one.
Yeah, very good.
I think I got out of that. Like
That doesn't matter. That was a good attempt. Okay, shut the face down. Keep driving that.
What did happen there?
So
Did
keep shutting the face down as you drive that open.
Was I just leaving it open there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. This.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, straighten the left leg, drive the right hip.
Okay.
For you.
Yep.
Depends.
Disclaimers all around.
100%. That was actually exceptional. Yeah, keep doing that. That was exceptional.
Dang it.
Good.
I keep like...
I mean, you almost got it.
Yeah, I feel like let me try it again. I think I know what to correct.
Let's take a look. Almost.
I know.
So you're going to have to put some attention on that club face. So put a line here, put a line here, put a line here. We got a lot of lines there.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I feel like my head's going too forward too.
on the downswing?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. If you push, it won't do that. Like that looks amazing. If you push, it won't do that. Like that looks amazing. Right? So definitely look how your pressure went down left. So amazing.
Yeah.
So here your head's a little bit forward there. See how like this tilts your body's too far forward?
Yeah, so I guess I have to feel like I'm landing without moving my head.
Mm-hmm.
Like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Keep getting
But way better. Straightening the left leg, driving the right hip. Wrist angle's still a little open there, and then it's catching the ball. Because of that, this is here, it's catching the ball like that.
Yeah.
Too much. Instead of like turn the thing down and just rip. But tell you what, for the amount of stuff I gave you, pretty decent.
Can I try that feeling of me staying back? I feel like me getting ahead, I'm kind of trying to do
100%.
this. Yeah.
With the face.
Yes. Me.
They match up.
Yeah.
Those two things kind of match up.
Yeah, so let me do this, and then instead of going here, do this, and then I should be able to do that.
Yeah, it's get your pressure left. It's not get globally your body over there.
Yeah, I feel like that's been my tendency since day one, so let me try to counteract that real quick.
I feel like the face gets like, poof.
Yeah. So do this. Whatever. That.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, ready?
Oh, no.
Really good.
One more.
You didn't like that?
No.
What was wrong with it?
I felt I didn't do this enough.
Okay, do both the inputs more than face and the head.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, it was so good too.
That was so close.
Do it again.
It's so close. I felt like I was doing the face better, but
That's all right.
I just like chunked it.
I'm going to make sure you don't get your head up forward on this one. Okay, ready?
Sounds good.
Let's take a look. I think you did it.
Maybe my face was open.
It was, for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. Yes, right.
But this might be a good drill for you, okay? So your camera on caddy view, and then just not, you can get pressure to go left, but don't globally move your body up there. So you wind up, slam. I see your head stayed back,
Yeah.
and the face was open.
but I feel like I'm still scooping that.
So that's because the face is open. But the body stuff looks great.
Yeah.
Let's try one more.
Okay.
That looked pretty good. Let's try it without a ball.
Okay.
Because I don't really care necessarily with a ball.
Okay.
Take your setup. So I want you to do that face like crazy through the transition. So go to the top. Good. Now what's the wrist going to do?
I'm gonna land and I'm just gonna go like.
Real fast.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay, you ready?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, ready? This is staying here. Get your pressure left. Push your hip open. Drive your right hip. Go. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Okay, come take a look.
I was turning it a different way. Okay, yeah.
This is proper. Okay, so this is your golden ticket right here.
Yeah.
Radius,
Like this is
side bend, head's there. Okay, so you go backswing. Really, really good. Land. See that? Perfect.
Yep.
Now your head's not jumping forward. Push the left hip back. Drive the right hip. Look at your left wrist now.
Yeah.
See how it's not open?
Yep.
Now you get the handle to be correct coming down.
Okay.
Right there. As your head stayed back, see that? No flip. And then head back, arms extended on that side. Right hip's driven.
Yep. Let me try the ball with that like 10% speed.
Yeah, that's fine.
That wrist
I
thing.
won't film it because we already got a perfect one. You just do it.
Okay. Okay. I was 2 swings ago. I was doing like trying to rotate it like this versus that.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah. Okay. I got it.
square that club face up.
Right here.
Yeah, just get it square and then play it off the toe more.
Toe here, and then.
Then put your grip on. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's the opposite.
Yeah.
Very good.
I just need to land more left. And
Okay,
then-
let's chat about this though. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's run through your inputs a little bit. So this is probably like, if I was looking at a spectrum of your lessons, most things have been gathered around like your pivot, and contact,
Yeah.
right? And then we did do some stuff on the golf course, which highlighted your aim. What?
My aim. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, your aim and like hitting a 3-wood. So like stuff like that. And then now we're getting into like, okay, they'll end up being more vanity pieces.
Yep.
Like, oh, what makes a pretty golf swing? Well, at the core of it is all the stuff we talked about before.
Yeah.
So you can't have a pretty golf swing if you're always thinking about your arms, wrists, and hands.
Yep.
Because the engine is just not going to be able to produce what you want.
Mm-hmm.
But now we are.
Yep.
So this is like a hyper detailed lesson that's specific for you.
Yeah.
Okay, not for everybody else.
Yeah.
Maybe, like we don't know. But for you, what was the first thing we talked about?
For the backswing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like get the aim right and then off the
yeah.
toe.
Yeah, off the toe. Sorry, I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna record this for you. Like get the aim right.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. What's your commitment level? Be committed. Okay, ready?
I'm still feeling kind of like the no pronation, but I'm not doing it like crazy anymore.
No. Yeah.
And so it's kind of just like here, and then I feel this like the waiter
Staying
thing
under more.
Yeah. And then so when it's like this, and it's here, and that's kind of the position.
Okay. Now that face is shut. Why? Because you changed your grip.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotta keep doing that. So
That's okay. I just
here.
watched you like had it good, and then before you went, you just went crank.
Gotcha. So this is good.
Yep, you're good. You're
Yeah,
good.
that's good. Okay.
Okay, now don't change that.
Yeah.
Now do the backswing piece. So that's
This.
there.
And
Keep
then
going, keep going, keep going.
Here.
Awesome. So now this gets back, and it's at 90.
Oh, I can get this even higher than what I was.
Well, just there. Hold
okay.
that.
Yeah.
So that looks perfect.
Okay.
Then what? From there?
For me, once I feel the land, I basically I just push this open while I'm turning this.
Yeah. And your head staying back.
Oh yeah, my head's staying back. That's the thing I probably need to keep working on. And then you just go like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your deal.
Yeah.
All right, show me one. Massively good. How good is that?
Yeah, I felt like it's good.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was good. My body is kind of like degrading.
Oh.
I feel like I need to get more in shape.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it'd be interesting if you run an eval, because this is actually good conversation for video. There's a point, and I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
to be fair, but there's a point in golf where, you know, it's number one, you didn't play college golf, junior golf, so you don't have these ingrained patterns, right? Yeah. You lived a life of, you know, other sports you played, office job, you just pick up golf, and let's just be real for a minute, 99.8% of the golfing population runs some asymmetry going on, which means like some have a neck issue, some people have a shoulder issue, a hip issue, and then you throw golf on top of that, which is, I'm not saying it's an impact sport, you know, but we look at impact sports, the shelf life is like, oh yeah, you're 26, you're out, right? Because golf, you should be able to play forever.
Yeah.
And so, but you get to this demographic handicap speed window where your body has to move better for longer. Like, so what are those things that you need to do? So the argument, at least, and this is purely like anecdotal, okay, is, oh, go to the gym, slam a bunch of weights, get stronger. But we're in this interesting point right now in the sports fitness world where they look at things a little differently. And so it's not so just get stronger. Like, yeah, I like going to the gym. It's fun. You push yourself, but you know, you're looking for preventable injury situations.
Yeah.
So like, all right, if you don't have enough internal hip rotation on, let's say, your trail leg, then you can't access your glute appropriately if de facto it goes up the chain.
Yeah.
Right? So just saying that like that. Or your feet don't supinate properly. Over time, your body won't feel good. So like you need to have something that you have a recovery piece, especially the older you get. Like my age, 46, most of my stuff has gone from like when I was in my 20s, like, oh, I can run, lift, eat a bunch, have a Sara Lee chocolate cake that's frozen in the Vaughn supermarket aisle and just crush it, to, okay, I can't do that anymore. I'm on my feet all day, teaching golf 8 hours a day. That's a toll. Like people don't realize, like, okay, do that for 25 years and see how you feel. Yeah. It's going to play a toll. And then the recovery side is increased. So like, what is that? Like, is there mobility involved? Is there, you know, like I like sauna and cold plunge. Yeah. Like, does that help you? So I think like getting at least like an evaluation on, you know, how well your shoulder movement is, especially the hips. Yeah. Is huge. I just think it's huge.
No, I agree, for sure.
Yeah.
I've always been healthy and like worked out and all that stuff, but I feel like I need to work out in a different manner. Not like me when I was a bodybuilder and like basketball. And so that and like the driving and all that stuff. So like I started a chirotherapy, that stuff, and yoga and all this other things just to kind of recover a lot more.
So when we look at the golf swing, right? So remember we talked about like forces and torques? Yeah. Okay. In a nutshell, what is that? So in the horizontal plane or the transverse plane, which is like rotation stuff, you could build a program in that phase only, right? Then you have the frontal plane stuff, which is this, which is potentially side-to-side movement as well. You can do that. So like lateral bounds, you know, that could be programmed too. So if somebody can't move that well, like if I'm asking a player to push one way or the other, and if they jump on their right foot and fall on their face, probably not a good idea to throw a bunch of force at them because they can't handle it. Yeah. Now, let's just say that my ego's pretty big and I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. Well, I might be banging my head against the wall for 6 months trying to do something I physically can't do. Yeah. Like that's another thing. Like people don't, now, does the person's ego allow that? I don't know. Like that's what we're gonna find out. Yeah. But the typical workouts, the bodybuilding, because this is why I said this, is sagittal plane. Like when you're pressing, squatting, deadlifting, you don't really even do that in a good golf swing. Yeah. Now, trainers will argue that it's there. Yep. but they can't hit a golf ball anyway. So it's like most of them, like the bodybuilding type. So, you know, squatting doesn't do much for you, neither does deadlifting.
Yeah.
If anything, it's a hindrance, if anything, because you're going to potentially injure yourself, which is what happens to my generation.
Yeah.
Like Charles Howell and I talk a lot about this, because my generation in the 40s, 40 years old demographic and above, like we were influenced by like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Dorian Yates, Ronnie Coleman, like all these Mr. Olympias.
Yep.
And so you go to the gym and you just bench, press. You're like, well, why does my levator scapula like flaring up, right, in my neck? Well, it's because you're pressing. Like it's not even functional.
Yeah.
Or crossfitting. It's like that's not really that functional to hit a golf ball, because you know you lose mobility when you do that. And yeah, you might look better, right, physically, but that doesn't make your golf swing better. So anyway, that'll be a fun thing for you, I think.
Hey there, thanks again for watching. Hope you learned and enjoyed it as much as I did. And if you want to check out another great video, click the thumbnail down below. YouTube recommended that you would like that one as much as you did this one. So hopefully I'll see you guys there.